Yo, what's good? It's your boy Tappin. I'm back like a quick attack with another video, and this time I'm a dragon type trainer. Now I gotta give a heads up. This went completely wrong, man. This went bad, but I think that this was on me. My team building was really bad for this particular challenge. This was the third challenge I did, and I think it was during Go Battle Week, and we had like so many battles left, which makes this even worse. Like, my excuses are even worse. I had a bunch of battles, and I don't know why. I was so stubborn and completely insistent on making Duraludon work, and you'll see from these videos that Duraludon is, at least Great League Duraludon, is absolutely horrible. Now, I'm not happy with any of my decisions as a dragon type gym leader, so I am considering revisiting this challenge. So if you like this video and you like this content and you would like to see me retry the dragon type gym leader challenge with an actually good team, let me know in the comments. But yeah, so I'll tell you my thought process anyway, and we'll start by talking about what we should be thinking about as a dragon type gym leader, right? So dragon type Pokemon are weak against what? They are weak to fairy, ice, and other dragons. The types that resist it are fairy and steel. Dragon is super effective against other dragons, and the typings that dragon resist are all the elemental types, including electric. So that's fire, water, grass, and electric. So right now, what we're worried about is, obviously, we want to fight against fairies, right? We want to be able to do something against fairies. One fairy could just run through an entire dragon type team, right? So you can see my thought process here, where I'm thinking, okay, let's have three things that are not weak to fairy, right? Initially, I had Hakomo-O in the front with Naganadel and Duraludon in the back. Now, the reason why I settled on Naganadel and Duraludon is probably obvious. The steel and the poison subtyping on those Pokemon was my thought process. Now, really logically, and I think for my Elite Four challenge that I did with my friends, I actually ended up using Dragalge, which is obviously the smarter pick. I don't know what it is with me with the stubbornness, and I just really wanted to make these particular Pokemon work, and I just wanted to make a, even though this team doesn't make sense, I wanted to make a dragon type gym leader team that does make sense. But we can't forget about ice types, and I did take that into consideration when building this team as well. As you can see, I have neutralities in the front and back to ice types with fire type damage and the steel type subtyping for Duraludon. So in theory, on paper, this team was supposed to make sense, but it was extremely flawed. Now, if you want a team that does make sense, I think later on in this challenge, I switched to Altaria lead, because I started realizing that, yeah, sure, I am triple strong, or at least triple neutral into fairy type Pokemon. I'm also triple weak to one Mud Slapper, and if you've ever played this game, you know that 80% of the teams have a Mud Slapper. So I have no idea why I settled on this, and I also battled with, I think my intention to make Duraludon work is why we went this far. But I'll show you right now that even there are some surprise things that Duraludon pulled off, but even then his performance was not the best. Okay, so this was the first dragon type team that I built for this gym leader challenge, and it included Hakomo instead of Turtonator. We save swap our Naganadel, who is on poison jab, and we save swap it into a Florges, and the Florges stays in. So I'm like, okay, well, this is really going well for me now. Florges is almost half health. I'm pretty sure it's gonna leave. It does leave, and the second Pokemon ends up being Cradily. I go straight for the Sludge Bomb. I probably could have did a couple more poison jabs, honestly. Pretty sure we win CMP, but we're so glassy that those asses actually are chunking if you take a look. I wouldn't be surprised if I shielded here just to maybe force a shield. Yeah, because even after this Rock Tomb, we should still be able to really hurt them with a Sludge Bomb. Oh wow, that was a really smart play. So instead, I banked the Sludge Bomb and I switch over to Duraludon to farm down with at this moment I'm running, I believe, Metal Claw instead of Dragon Tail, and their final Pokemon ends up being Bombardier. So this looks like a pretty good match for me. And we send the Dragon Claw, and if they send a Fly or a Rock Tomb, it's supposed to be resisted. So I'm probably gonna no shield this. Nice shiny Bombardier, by the way. And yo, Rock Tomb does way too much damage, bro. This is like one of the first signs I should have taken when I should have realized like Duraludon wasn't it. But yeah, man, that Rock Tomb does way too much damage. This is clearly a Master League Pokemon. I wonder how this thing performs in Master League. Wow, Dragon Claw does a big chunk, and then they come back in with the Florges, and we have our Hakomo-O back here. Now, unless they're running Moonblast or Disarming Voice, we resist the entire moveset, so they can send Chilling Water or Trailblaze, but it won't do that much damage. What will do damage is the Fairy Winds will add up, but we're able to debuff them one time after doing one Dragon Tail and throwing a Rock Tomb. This should permanently debuff them because they are the last Pokemon. Now, I'm wondering how brave I am. I don't need to shield this, but I think if I was a respectful trainer, I would shield this, but I'm not a respectful trainer, and I did not shield this. And okay, so I send the Rock Tomb, and again, we have a Sludge Bomb loaded. So it really doesn't matter if this doesn't take us out. We just have to make sure we don't transfer the Fairy Wind damage, and we just wait. As long as our move pops up, we win this game, and we send the Sludge Bomb, and when we win our game, we win the game as a Dragon type gym leader with Hakomo-O, Naganadel, and Duraludon. No Dragon type badge for you, trainer. Okay. All right, so we got Turtonator into Malamar, and I'm not mad at this lead at all because I feel like I can spam out these Brutal Swings, and if he does give me some shields, Dragon Claw would do a lot of damage. So I will probably build up to the Dragon Claw before throwing a Brutal Swing. They're throwing likely what is a foul play here. And yeah, so I overfarm a bit and I go for the Brutal Swing bait. Even though it's not a bait, they're both neutral damage. We don't get a shield, and I'm fine with that because I can spam another Brutal Swing right away. It'll threaten to really make this Malamar less useful or get a shield. We don't get the shield, but this Malamar is almost done. He won't get much more out of this Malamar. And so our Poison type Naganadel will avoid those side waves. We throw the Brutal Swing right away. Now, he's at a 2-to-1 shield advantage, and I don't think he can get more out of his Malamar, so I wouldn't be surprised if he no shields. And yeah, he no shields here. And then here we go with the Bane. And so yeah, one Mud Slapper just runs through this team, and we just have to top left. All right, next battle against a previous Legend pose. Let's see what he's got. And so this is actually the best lead we can see probably. We resist the Incinerates, and they have to do Shadow Ball to do any significant damage. So we see them immediately switch. Now, I'm like, okay, we are weak to ground. I have to say swap into this thing because we resist the rollouts. And I'm saying to myself, okay, I'm going to let this go because he can't farm me down. Then I change my mind, and I shield because I remember the Pokemon I'm using. And the Pokemon I'm using is the Duraludon, and you will see it in this video, man. I try my best to make the Duraludon work, but it is absolutely not it. And that Dragon Claw does a decent amount of damage here. I'm gonna probably need to let this go because going down 2 shields is probably a bad play. But let's see how much this does. And it nearly one-shots us, bro. Like, I know we're Steel types and it's super effective, but this is a Dunsparce. It's not a very attack-weighted Pokemon, and that is a lot of damage. So on bad timing, I just go right for the Brutal Swing. I'm really tired. I don't want to take any more rollout damage, so I just want this thing out of here. They come back in with a Blastoise, and I think, okay, Naganadel is part Dragon, so they're going to need to Skull Bash us to do anything substantial. And they do. The opponent actually does throw the Skull Bash. Now, we resist the Incinerates here as well, and we are able to get a Dragon Claw off. And so I'm thinking we probably get a shield here. We don't get a shield, and it does a lot of damage. They're going to get to a Shadow Ball, which will take us out. Oh, but they throw a Seed Bomb, maybe thinking that, maybe they know how glassy Naganadel is. We're able to get a calm farm down here, and I switch out. Well, no, wait, okay, I try to switch out, but instead I chuck out the Dragon Claw, and this is a Shadow Blastoise, so I'm assuming we get a shield here. We're gonna come in right away. We're probably going to let them throw first, and they're probably gonna settle for a Hydro Cannon here, 2 Hydro Cannons. I'm going to 1 and Brutal Swing. And he really called it. He super called it. He called it, and all I can say is well played to my opponent. If we went for Dragon Claw, we would have won that match as a Dragon type gym leader. So we get a Dunsparce lead here, and even if we were to be on an Altaria lead, which I think is better for this kind of line, we would be in a bad position. So I'm here, I'm gonna stay in with my Turtonator, and they are going to throw the Drill Run first. We throw up the shield. Now, I'm assuming we're just going to 1 and Dragon Claw because I think that they're not going to shield. Or 4 in Dragon Claw, which is a good play. So we do 4 in Dragon Claw. I don't believe that they're going to shield here. They don't, so I'm probably going to 1 in Dragon Claw again. And the game forces me to overtap. This has been happening a lot this season. I know if you've watched it, you can just replay it. You see me do 1 and then tap, and the game just instead throws another Ember. That's been happening a lot in the past season and in this season. I'm hoping that they're actually working on the game, and that's why that stuff is happening in the background. That maybe they're in the background like fine-tuning the game, and that's why we're dealing with some weird things. I don't know how background coding works or like how they really fix this game, but I just know that I've been dealing with that a lot. Anyway, they come in with the Girafarig, and I'm happy that it's not on my Naganadel, and we are able to get to a Brutal Swing. Now, I wasn't sure if I was going to live the confusion, so I threw the Brutal Swing on bad timing, and looks like we were going to live that confusion, so we could have got the extra Ember. We're going to come in with our Steel type, and this is all resisted moves here. So this is Confusion, this is Trailblaze or Psychic Fangs. This should all be, okay, my bad. It's Thunderbolt, but it's all resisted damage, and look at what that Thunderbolt does. Duraludon is horrible, bro. Duraludon is horrible, bro. Like, dude, Psychic Fangs just took me out, dude. A Psychic Fangs just took me out, dude. And they're going to get to another one. Bro, my Dragon type gym just got deleted by 1 Girafarig, dude. Yo, Duraludon is just horrible, bro. Duraludon is horrible, dude. Can we get one win? All right, so we see our worst nightmare, which is a mud slap lead in the front, and obviously we should just top left, but let's see what I do. I am a gym leader, so I guess it is worth it to just play it out. And so I do 7 embers and throw the Dragon Claw. They don't shield. Lately this season, I've been seeing a lot of non-Shadow Marowak. Is there been like a memo going out that I don't know about? But I've been seeing a lot of non-Shadow Marowak this season, and I wonder if there's a reason. All right, so I do 1 in Brutal Swing. I don't imagine I get a shield here. I think they can no shield and just farm down, honestly. But we do get a shield. And so I decide to pivot. I'm like, whatever, instead of giving this farm down up, let me just keep my Turtonator around. We know we don't live anything on this thing. This could have been a power punch and it would have did like 60% of our health. And they're able to outpace us to a Bone Club anyway before we even able to Dragon Tail them down. Not only is this thing glassy, it's not as if it's doing extreme like damage. She's doing horrible damage. Okay. They come in Mana Buzz, and I throw a Dragon Claw, and I switch over to Naganadel, but this is game over. Naganadel does not have the bulk to get through this bulky Pokemon, and I'm pretty sure 1 Dark Pulse or even Foul Play. And so, yeah, Dusknoir being the last Pokemon, we had no chance at all. We were never going to win that game. But I do think that after this battle, we smarten up and we realize that, like, despite Altaria being meta, and I think another reason why we didn't settle on Altaria in the first place is because it's meta. I think it's because it is meta is the reason why I was like just trying to run things that like I don't normally run. But I wanted to win at this point. Like I was definitely tired of losing, and I started realizing that Duraludon was actually majorly a problem. Naganadel might have been a problem as well, but I think Duraludon was annoying me a little bit more. So we continue our Dragon type Gym Leader challenge, and we switch over to Altaria lead. Let's see if this helps us out at all. So immediately we're met with a rollout lead, and it's, oh god, bro, this is so horrible, dude. They could be on Ice Beam, or they could be on Thunderbolt. So we'll see right now whether or not they have Ice Beam or Thunderbolt. And they go for a Body Slam. Now that could either have been a bait, or they just are on Thunderbolt and decided the Body Slam spam was the best bet. So we do 2 Dragon Breaths and send a Sky Attack for good timing. I mean, sometimes the game does allow me to throw on good timing, but most of the time it's forcing me to overtap. So I mostly try not to use 1-turn moves when I'm building my actual team, if I can help it. See, this isn't so bad because we're neutral to everything that this thing can throw. The problem is Swampert hits really hard. So they bring Swampert onto the screen, and we're going straight for the Dragon Claw. They don't respect the damage, and they still have 2 entire shields. This is really good because I can just we hit the Brutal Swing on CMP, and I don't know what my thought process here giving up the shield, because in hindsight I would rather just let this go and farm down with Altaria. But instead, I guess I didn't want to lose this energy. So I send a Brutal Swing, and I should be pivoting. Okay, I do pivot. And if I'm smart, I'm going for a complete farm down here, because even if this is Sludge, but it's Hydro Cannon, so maybe they're Hydro Cannon Earthquake, you have no idea. But they come back in Miltank, and I see two rollouts go through, and I throw my Sky Attack. Now they shielded, so I'm starting to think that maybe Altaria is important in the back, but hopefully it's Dragon type damage they're afraid of and not Flying type damage, because I do have more Dragon type damage if that's what they're afraid of. They get rid of my Altaria with 1 Body Slam, and I'm just going to come in for the Ganondorf farm down. Now, we'll find out if they're really on Thunderbolt. There are Thunderbolts or Body Slam, because there are no shields. So if they did have Ice Beam, they could have sent it the entire time. And they just sent Body Slam. So, oh my god, bro. The Ganondorf is horrible, dude. Yeah, I think I got to do this challenge over with a real Dragon team, bro. I am not satisfied. And we got Skellington Durgington coming in, and yeah, he's too bulky for my team to do anything. Like, maybe we get some damage off here and pivot out to get some Brutal Swings. But are we and yo, dude, our Dragon type can't even live there Incinerates to get off 1 more Dragon Claw. And yeah, dude, yo, being a Dragon type gym leader was really hard. So we literally go 0-5 there, I believe. Okay, well, as you remember from the intro, I was hell-bent on making Duraludon work, and I for some reason put it right back on the team. I guess I was really lax and casual. It was the early ranks, and I figured, like, hey, if I'm gonna test a Pokemon out, I'm gonna test a Pokemon out. We switched our Altaria lead with 2 Pokemon weak to Mud Slap in the back, with a Pokemon weak with a Pokemon strong to Mud Slap in the front, and we are met immediately with an Ice type lead in Celio against our Altaria. We safe swap our Turtonator, and it is met with a counter swap of Sableye, and Sableye is a pretty good either counter swap or safe swap because it has a lot of strong neutral damage into most of the meta, and it gets the foul play in 5 Shadow Claws. So he overfarms a bit, and I'm either okay. So I don't shield this. I'm guessing I'm thinking I want to save shields for my Duraludon, who's obviously horrible. I go for the Dragon Claw here, and if they no shield this, it'll do a lot of damage. And they do no shield it, it manages to do a whole bunch of damage. And because they're overfarmed, I know that they're possibly at a Power Gem here, so I will probably put up a shield. Okay, as we put up the shield, and they full send a Power Gem, and so we're able to commit to this farm down here. Celio is a problem, but its moveset, its only Ice type damage is its fast move. And everything else is neutral or resisted in Body Slam and Surf, so Altaria can still put in some work if we play this properly. We immediately switch into our Duraludon, which is met with a Gorgeist counter swap, and we're probably in really big trouble because even though we are part Dragon and these Incinerates are neutral, they are looking like super effective damage because once again Duraludon is horrible. Now they no shield our Dragon Claw and it nearly one-shots them, puts us in a pretty decent position, and I will settle for a complete nuke Flash Cannon. I wonder if they shield this or not. We go straight for the Flash Cannon, and they do shield it. Horrible. Okay. So I'm wondering if there's still a possibility for us because they are normally on Body Slam Surf and their only Ice damage is the fast move. But I mean, Powder Snow really does add up, and we do 1 Dragon Breath and go for the Sky Attack. And so yeah, they're gonna outpace us and get to a Body Slam, and they just win. And it's just this just feels bad. If Duraludon was just a little bit more bulky. Is there another Steel Dragon? Is there another Steel Dragon? Anyway, yeah, Duraludon is horrible, bro. Gym leader badge right now, dude. This is horrible, dude. Talk about anti-content. All right, so we got a Jellicent lead here, and I'm not happy. I'm not like unhappy. I mean, I'm not mad. Like, this is totally fine. Shadow Balls will do a big chunk, but we're Altaria and we're pretty bulky, so I can imagine I'll let this go. We're gonna need shields for our boy in the back, who is absolutely glassy. They come in with their own Altaria, and I am on Dragon Tail on my Duraludon, so I save the energy on my Altaria, and I come in with my Duraludon. Now, even though this is a flamethrower, which should be neutral, dude, like, Duraludon will never, ever be able to handle any kind of damage. So I go for the Dragon Claw right away. I'm assuming they're going to respect this damage because they can see that I'm using the dumbest Pokemon possible as a Dragon-type gym leader. And I do get the shield from them. The good news is I'm pretty sure I banked a Sky Attack, so I wouldn't be mad if I shielded here just to make sure I get shields down. Just to make sure we're both just on even playing fields. Like, hey, listen, I got a Altaria in the back with energy, and we're both shields down. Am I able to commit to the farm down? Okay, instead I'm able to commit to the farm down because the neutral Dragon Breaths don't take us out. A Wigglytuff comes in, and I go straight for the Flash Cannon, bro. And I swear to God, bro, please no shield this. Please. Fuck. All right, part of my language, but yes, dude. Hell yeah, dude. All right, cool. So, yo, your boy Duraludon, even though, dude, this dude is horrible. He straight up deleted that Wiggly, dude. He did something today. And our opponent is still playing this out. They shield up our Brutal Swing, and I'm assuming they're going to go for a Shadow Ball. And, yeah, so we're going to go for just 4 in Brutal Swing. I doubt we're going to overfarm at all. Yo, that Flash Cannon was satisfying, bro. We finally got one. Okay. So I didn't remember how bad this went because I think that I didn't care because it was like Go Battle Week and I knew I was doing this challenge and I had a bunch of battles. What really surprises me is that I played this team for so long. I'm like rewatching the VOD and I think I did around 2 or 3 hours of Duraludon gaming, and it's like, bro, hindsight 2020. Yo, thank God we got a W. We finally got a W in this match. We got a W. The Flash Cannon let it into the Wigglytuff. That was pretty satisfying. Thank God. And I did so many hours of Duraludon gaming, man. I did so many hours of Duraludon gaming, dude. Like, I don't get it. So here we are. We're still using Duraludon. I'm happy that we smartened up and at least got something that is strong against ground types in the front. That's a dragon. And we're being a real gym leader now. So we see a Corsola lead. And I mean, I don't agree with immediately safe swapping because they have to get all the way up to Power Gem. And we let them catch a Dragon Claw onto their Azumarill. And we are probably the worst dragon type gym leader possible. I need to do this challenge again. I really need to redo this challenge. Yeah, we're going to shield because it really doesn't matter what they throw. You know, it could have been freaking frustration. I'm pretty sure frustration does work to Duraludon, bro. We should test that out, dude. We should throw frustration into Duraludon. It probably does like 30%, bro. Like, dude, Duraludon It's crazy, dude. Let's see if we get a shield here. The game freezes for some reason, and we don't get a shield, so it doesn't feel as bad, honestly. I like that we got that flash cannon into that thing, and then they come back in the course, man. We're able to chuck our Dragon Claw. Yeah, do we win this? Because that Azu is pretty low, man. All right, so or we throw a Dragon Claw, which they shield, and then we switch into our Turtonator. I don't know. I think it's because Nightshade would have really hurt us. Power Gem. Look at that. Like, we even handled the Power Gem pretty well, so I wouldn't be mad about just like throwing on good timing here. I probably would give up a shield just to like put some more damage onto this Corsola, because what I noticed is that like a lot of Corsola wins are not because the trainer is playing their best. Corsola is just so incredibly bulky that it just like powers through teams, you know, like, or toughs it through teams rather. No power at all, but it toughs it through the teams. And so now we see Corsola here, just bulky as ever, just last. And I don't know what this play is actually. Now I'm sure that Ice Beam does more than a Power Gem, so I'm likely going to shield here. And I do throw up the shield. Now I really want to just get rid of this thing. I don't know. Oh my god. Okay, I must have been counting when I was actually playing the game, because I did a really pretty decent overfarm there. I get a little bit of energy, and I throw my Sky Attack to get rid of this Azumarill. And that's crazy. This team is all bulk right now. So it's Azu, Corsola, who is the third. So they're going to get a Power Gem into my Altaria, and bro, it's just like, all right, the last Pokemon. Okay, this is crazy, dude. So this team has 2 bulky Pokemon and a debuffer. Wow, yeah. Us making this close is actually, this is not close, because Cradily, we should catch. If we're counting properly, we should be able to catch. Okay, yeah, nice. So we were playing in this particular match. We were definitely playing the game, but I don't think it matters. Cradily is way too bulky. So I don't think it matters, bro. But I mean, we did our gym leader thing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we are Dragon type gym leader, and we tried to give our opponents a challenge. Lots of people got their Dragon type gym leader badge during this challenge, and I can't be mad at them. You know, we're never gonna get the farm down. Would have been nice. Both Flamethrower and Sky Attack are neutral, so Sky Attack is the right play there. Flamethrower would not have helped us out in any way, because we don't get the stab from it, and they're both neutral damage. All right, into the next battle. And we got a Spice Lord here with Zoroark. I tried to run Zoroark for my Ghost type challenge. You will see that in the Ghost type video, and Zoroark was extremely fun. Zoroark was really satisfying. I know I should be doing a battle analysis, but you've seen enough of those videos. I want to talk about why I like Zoroark and why it made me feel like I don't ever want to, like, I'm going to use bulk when it counts, but I don't ever want to crutch on bulk again. Something about Zoroark's damage output and guaranteeing the shields, even though like you're going to die no matter what. People can sneeze on your Zoroark and you're just going to faint. But I'll tell you, man, Shadow Claw Zoroark was definitely a vibe. This one's on Snarl, so that's not stab damage, and it sends the foul play. And like, I mean, if it was a Shadow Ball, you can tell with that would have did some crazy damage if that was a Shadow Ball. They stay in with the Zoroark, and they're shielding it. I mean, I respect it. I'm going to respect the damage now too, because, you know, like, Zoroark can guarantee shields at the very least, but I just don't really like the idea that you put like him in the front and then invest all of your resources, because what's in the back? There's got to be 2 bulky Pokemon, and then like you got Cerulege. Okay, this is a Spice Lord like me. Shout out to the Spice Lord, dude. He comes in with Cerulege, man. I'm gonna throw a Brutal Swing. I'm gonna do 2 more and then throw another Brutal Swing. And boy, are we finally getting wins as a Dragon type. We're about to 3-ball flex as a Dragon type gym leader. No badge for you, trainer. You can try during my next challenge. And just to get something working with my Duraludon, so Duraludon can do something. We do some Dragon Tails to close out that game. All right, so getting into the next battle. All right, so we get a good lead, bro. We've got Altaria into Gastrodon here, and this is why we built this team this way. We really want to neutralize the Mud Slapper in the front, so that our 2 weak to Mud Slap Pokemon in the back, our Steel and Fire type, can do some work. So I think we started off horribly, which is a dope thing about being a gym leader, is like realizing your flaws and fine tuning your team. Like during the streams, like we do it live during the streams. Like I make the outfit and I build the team like live on the stream on the go. Sometimes I have chat help me out with team building. But the fun part is, yeah, sometimes the first team you build is stupid as a gym leader, right? But then you start noticing your flaws, and then you can build a smarter team. I feel like even though Duraludon sucks, this is a smarter team. I feel like what would have been a really saucy team is Altaria, Dragalge, and Turtonator, instead of trying to put so much work into Duraludon now. This skill applies to also just actual tryharding as well. Like realizing that, like, yo, even if your team on paper is good, maybe for the current meta it's not working, and maybe you can build something that will address the current meta, and not being so stubborn like I am running Duraludon for two or 3 hours straight. But yeah, man, they come in with the Florges, and we should, in theory, wall all of this damage. But who are we? We are Duraludon, bro. We cannot wall any of this. Right, Ray? Ray? Can't wall any of this, bro. And we have to shield what is definitely a chilling water. And my thought process here probably is because they, oh my god, but they leave. But we save the energy, so maybe we can get that flash cannon into that floor just later. We have to make sure that our moves go into the right targets here. That's something about endgame playing. Like, I don't know if you guys have any undiagnosed ADHD or anything like that, but if you can lock in and just try to remember all of the details of all of your decisions in the match, man, and just making sure the energy that you have goes into its intended target, it'll win you a lot more games. We'll see how on point I was during this game, because right now we do have a flash cannon loaded, and let's see if we're able to get that flash cannon into that Florges, and shields are down now, right? So we should be able to, if we remember that we loaded a flash cannon, get it in, and we'll be able to get this brutal swing off and get rid of this Skeletor. This is super exciting for me. I'm wanting to see how this plays out. All right, we do get rid of this thing. What do they come in with? They come in with their Gastrodon. Do we win this? We win this, don't we? Oh my god, tell me we win this, dude. Because, like, I'm going to be so ashamed of myself if I make a misplay. We get a farm down here. Okay, there's no way we lose this. Okay, we get another sky attack off. We don't even need the flash cannon that we had loaded. Yeah, so we were super safe in this game. I do like the way that we played this out. The reason why I mentioned, like, because there are different, like, versions of me, like, especially when I'm, like, casually playing and just having fun and reading chat, and then there's music in my ears mostly while I'm playing this game. I'm listening to a lot of music and stuff, so there'll be a lot of stimulation in my head, and so I'll make, like, really good energy generation plays and then forget that I did it. But no, trust me though, you don't want to sleep on me when it comes to Battle Frontier, or when I'm actually locked in ready for a legend push. I am capable of doing the right things, but there are moments where I'm just ADHD blocked out. I just don't realize what's going on. But yeah, man, like, so yeah, we do finally get a 3-2 as a dragon type gym leader after losing 7 or so battles straight. We figured out this formula and the sauce, and the formula was we needed to keep Altaria in the lead and put two Pokemon weak to two dragon types, by the way, weak to mud slappers. We are a dragon type gym leader. So I'm happy with how we ended up with our team building. We started off really bad, but that is a part of the gym leader process. And again, like I told you, that part's really fun. If you want to see that part of the process, you can come check me at 9:30 p.m. EST every day on Twitch. And I have like 4 typings left, so if you are quick enough and you are now seeing this video or something like that, and like you're seeing it today when I release it, and you want to come check out, I think I'm doing the rock type challenge tonight. You can check out the rock type challenge, and you'll see how this works. It's really, really fun. Okay, well, if you enjoyed the content, please remember to like, share, subscribe if you haven't already, and I appreciate you for hanging out. It's your boy Tap, and I'm out.